Hello, your game minister here with this week's installment in our spiritual game series. We are, in this series, going through the spiritual games from this book, Games for the Soul 40 Playful Ways to Find Fun and Fulfillment in a Stressful World by Drew Ledery. And we are on chapter 3. And the third game is My Award Day. That's the game. My Award Day. Now, in this particular case, I think it's going to work better for us if we do it as My Award Week or My Award Show. So we're going to adapt it slightly. But here's the concept that our thoughts lead to our actions. Our thoughts affect our demeanor, our beliefs, our feelings. And so it is important what we think about and what we pay attention to in our lives. Not because what we do changes reality. It doesn't make the world bend to our will. But what it does is it focuses us in the right direction. I'll give you a story. My wife and I, when I went to seminary, we moved from Wisconsin, where our families were, down to the south side of Chicago. It was the biggest city that she had ever lived in, and certainly the biggest city I had lived in as an adult. And it was kind of scary, and it was a different culture, and people acted differently than we were used to, and we were sad, and we were upset, and we kept saying how unfriendly everybody was, and how rude people were. And finally, one day, my wife, Cheryl, who was much smarter than I am and much wiser, said, "You know what? It's not doing us any good to make note of all of the people who are not as friendly as we want them to be. Instead, let's start making a note of every time somebody's nice to us or somebody's friendly." And so that's what she did. She started counting all the friendly people and all the nice people. And do you know what happened? There were a lot more friendly people and nice people. Now, what changed? Did we create more friendly and nice people? Maybe. Maybe because our demeanor changed. Maybe because we expected people to be nice and friendly, and so they were nicer and friendlier to us. Or maybe we just focused our attention on the people we were taking for granted before. Either way, it worked, and it made our stay in Chicago much better. This game is a lot like that. We are going to try and focus on the good things that are happening to us and the good things we do and the good things our friends are doing. And we're going to do it in the form of an award show, like the Oscars or the Emmys or the Country Music Awards, whatever favorite award show you have. There are a lot of them out there. But this award show is different because it's yours. So it's my award show. And at my award show, we have specific categories. You should start with 3 categories. How you name them is up to you, but the 3 categories are my greatest accomplishment, okay? And then you're going to focus on somebody else. So you're going to be my friend's greatest accomplishment, or somebody else's greatest accomplishment, or something special somebody else has done. You create your own category. And then the last one is something outside of your control and anybody else's control. So it could be best blessing from the Holy Spirit, greatest gift from the universe, serendipity, whatever you want to call it, that fits into your faith and your belief system. In my particular thing, I like to think of it as a boon from the universe, best boon from the universe, or serendipity, something fortunate, a blessing. So those are the 3 categories. And all throughout the day, you are supposed to keep a list and nominate things that might win in that category. It's important to try and keep your lists somewhat even, so the same number of nominations in each one. And you might find that you have to look harder for certain things to fill certain lists. And that's fine. That's actually part of the game because you weren't looking for them before. It'd be helpful to look for them now. Maybe you need to look for other things that your friends have accomplished. Or maybe you need to look for those special gifts from the universe that you didn't notice. They don't have to be big things to be on the nomination list. They just have to be something you notice and have made a note of and written down. Now, let's say you find some things that happen that don't fit in any of your categories. Or you have two things in your category and you don't want to choose between the two of them. Guess what? You can make up new categories. That's what they do on the award shows all the time. You can make up a new category and make up new nominations. That's what I did. In my phone right now, I have a list, and it is my greatest accomplishment. That's one category. Somebody else's greatest accomplishment. That's a nomination category. And then I have a blessing from the universe. Best blessing from the universe. That's a nomination. But then I have two other ones. One is most supportive role. And that's somebody else has done something to help me. And then the last one is best laugh. Because I like to laugh. And I like to laugh with people, not at them. So I'm looking for things that made me laugh. And I'm going to put them down on that list. And someone's going to get the award for best laugh. Now, the way that Dr. Drew Ledery said to do the game is you do this every day. For us, we're going to do it for a week. So I've opened up nominations for those 5 categories, and I'm going to take notes for the next week. And next week, when I record the next in this series, we're going to have the award show. And I'm going to award the award in each of my 5 categories. I encourage you, I invite you to do the same thing. What are your categories for nominations for your award show? Keep track this week. Put them in the comments. Let us know. And tune in next week for my award show. And then maybe you can share who won the awards in your award show. Have fun playing the game.